Hey, remember the other day when I was working on that Amiga thing, or whenever this video came out, and I took it all apart and screwed up USB and then put USB and networking and all that stuff on? Well, I kept saying I needed to do the crystal. I need to do the crystal. And I've been farting around on it forever. I found the screwdriver, and I'm just going to do it. I mean, heck with it. So I'm going to start by fast forwarding the disassembly of the Amiga. Alright, you can catch the edge of the top of this connector right here. Why does it look white? I don't know. So we're going to take some IPA. Just check it. I don't know why it's white. If I have to take this whole daggone board out, I think one of those plugs is screwy. I'll solder the whole daggone thing in there. I don't need it on a stupid socket. Yep. And I'm going to take a finger poker 300. I'm not enlarging the hole, I'm just literally touching it. I'm going to put on the helmet of doom, which I'm already wearing. Let's see what's up. Yeah, it's some kind of white. Is that paper? Rubber? It's got a piece of rubber in it. What in the world? It is a piece of freaking rubber. It was a piece of freaking rubber. How did rubber... Why is it wearing... Is there something on the chip? Nope. It's got rubber in it. It's in the pinhole. Oh, well that's interesting. Any of y'all out there, if you feel like digging in your 4000, you want to pop out your PAL or your NTSC crystal, and you feel like just taking a peek at that top right pin when you're looking at it on the same angle I am, just to see if you have rubber in your hole. Now the rest of them, they look okay. I don't know what's up with that. This is a 28.63636 megahertz KDS DOC70. That's the factory. DOC's factory on mine. I bought some Crytek's, I think it is. Crytek. 28.63636. Same thing. We're going to put this in. Yep. Alright. That feels better. Sits up a little higher though. These legs are short. Those legs are pretty long. And put all this back together. Pass-through cable, don't need you. We're going to take the Chinesium and plug it in. And go to, what is it? HDMI? HDMI. If all works, I should just get an Amiga boot screen. You know what helps? Power. Power's good. Power cables are good. Now I'm not like Gadget UK where I click and click and click and click and click. Don't do that. Give it a second. Popped right up. Floppy drives the load. Turn it off and turn it back on. Dude's always just like click, 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 click. Don't do that. So my crystal works. Maybe the higher height with the 3640 just giving her a little helps it out. Don't know. So now I have to put this back together. It's like it got into an accident, but I'm hoping that clears up some of my problems. Map ROM. Good, good, Amiga. I'm going to take that off. Because I have a 314 ROM. Why am I map ROM in a 3.9? Oh, that's... Yep. Okay, now we're finally booting. It just takes a few moments. Hey, guess what? I took it all apart again. I had some weird issues with DF1 not showing up, and would only show up if I didn't have it had a disk in the drive. So I took another 357 that I had and just plugged it back in. Couldn't get anything to work. And then I just happened to notice that now she's fine. DFO DF1. Down here, my J351 jumper fell off. It was I don't know where it went. So I put another one back on and it's fine. The problem you have when you use J351 enabled for DF1 880K is if you have a FB357, it doesn't always work right. So I'm going to test that right now with a high density floppy I have for the 4000. This is a 3.9 emergency boot disk. That's 880K. So I'm going to boot off of DF1. We're going to put the GoTech in here. Flash floppy 3.2.2. Awesome. And we're going to boot off of install 314. Yep. So we're going to say boot off DF1, use boot. And it should boot off the GoTech. Look. See how it's spinning real slow? Whoops. Don't squeeze it. There we go. HD disk. So HD disk is now available. So if you have an Amiga 4000 and you have a 357 alpha as your DF0, like I like to do, I like to run GoTech as DF1. Jumper it to S1, slap it on there, make sure your DF1 has the cable flip. Oops. And don't hold your floppy disk button there. And that way you'll have high density, 943K free, 44% full. Let's see if which Amiga works. This is off of HD floppy, yeah. 68040 FPU, blah 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 blah. Your computer's an Amiga 4000. Clock plus bat. Oh my God! Clock plus Batmem found. Buttmem. So that's cool. That's fixed. Now for the 5th time, I can put this all back together. I took apart the whole drive assembly because I couldn't get the cabling working. I thought I reversed them somehow. Some magic math happened and I had cables everywhere and just wasn't working right. It would stall booting. Turns out a freaking jumper fell off the board. Probably when I was moving things around. I don't know where that jumper is, but it's right here. This jumper fell off. Probably when I was moving this around to get it over the plastic or the riser card slot. And I think it got caught and I yanked it off and it popped out somewhere. It was working. Now it's working again. So it was driving me bonkers. I couldn't figure it out. Like you can have DF1. Like there's another jumper here. 352 DF1 internal or external. That shoots the ID signal out the back. But I leave that alone because it screws up with the HD sometimes when I have that. So, yep. Keep an eye on your jumpers. The littlest things can cause the biggest headache. So, I'm going to put this back together again. And hopefully everything's sorted. Got the sound card in here. We'll see. So this is what I was looking for. DFO, high density, DF1 880K, 10 gig DH2, 1.9 DHO, 1.9 DH1. It's just an SD card partition. Hey, welcome back to a couple hours later. I decided to go with the compact flash route. Took the hard drive out, and I didn't decide to use the old parallel ATA SSD because, I don't know, this booted faster. So, whoever boots the fastest, whoops, wins. IRC, Amadoc will load in a second. Everything's pre-configured. I did put Rody on here, and it should automatically connect, so I can go on AWeb. And everything loads pretty quick for an 040. Not bad. 16 megs of RAM. You know, I can get on, like, let's say, whoops, this doesn't do Control X, so we'll do mnet.net. Boom. It's not Amiga, but this is a real Amiga, so this is what it was like This is on Ethernet back in the day. Not bad. I still gotta load photos and stuff. But this isn't meant for this is meant for grabbing something if you need it. I'm not gonna be surfing Facebook on here. I mean, you can, but Lord have mercy, is it slower than dirt. You wanna do it just to post something or tweet, I'm on my Amiga, that's fine, but nope. I tried leaving the old fan out down here. And the gals just got so hot, got to 157 degrees. So I said, nope, I'm putting the fan in there. I don't know what's going on. Did manage to get the AD1012 sound card working and patched through. Everything was cool. CD-ROM audio is working. I had the whoops, had the Christian music playing. Now I did try a CF card, but that didn't really work too well. I mean, it booted and everything was fine, and I started getting all these weird errors and just would freeze, like random freeze. I've always had a problem with compact flash, don't know why. SD, fine. This IDE to SD I got off of eBooger. It was like $6. Been great. I buy a ton of these things. I have a whole boatload of them. I used to use them on the stock Amigas. And you know, they're Cyber. There's one with a card in it. There's two more. I mean, I used the crap out of them, but then I just started having all these weirdo issues. I don't know why. So they just go back in the box and they sit there until I think I can use one and it poops out again. So the Amiga 4000's done. I'm gonna put the lid back on her, stick her back over her spot. DF1 is now working since the jumper's back on. I can put any disc in. There it is. Just happened to be the Net Zorro 2, which was the Xsurf's driver disc. So that's cool. And the high density is still working. No F's, just fire it right in there. HD disc, and I can shoot 942K free. You really can't see that, but trust me, it's there. It's the same high density disc that was my OS 3.9 emergency boot CD. Play CD, like I said, is working. I don't have a disc in, or do I? Amplifier is working. Now this is an 040, nothing to, you know, shake a stick at. It's not a 68,000, don't get me wrong, but it's not like the fastest potato in the field. I'm going to put this back on Mode Pro so I can throw it back over on the, get this back together. So if you want to spend an entire day building and rebuilding and then, you know, copying files, that's great. You can do that. On that note, thank you guys for watching. As always, this has been another Amiga Nightmare, resolved with couple hours worth of work. And I do this so you don't have to. But if you feel, like I said, if you feel like wasting a weekend, a couple days, take your Amiga apart, clean it, put it back together. It'll be all screwed up, and you'll have to spend days fixing stuff, and then you'll decide you're going to do something different. Change is good every once in a while. I'm glad I put the network card in here because I didn't really use the Vampire Amiga, and since it has another built-in kind of network card, why not put the Xsurf in something I can use it in? I was going to buy another one, but I didn't really need to because I have several different networking devices. Now all my main Amigas that I use have the 2, the 3, the 4, 12 have network cards, so I can use those. I guess I could even use it on the 600 too because it's PCMCIA. It's back over there. So here we are back. We got the A1010 hooked up. These two are for this guy, high density, and the Gotek. And yeah, we're jamming out some music mods and freaking Virus Z. So you can see the display. Pause this. The display's nice and clear. Oh, stop playing, brother. There we go. Autumn winds. Anyway, that's all sorted. Everything's back to normal. Got my OS back the way I want it. Crystals changed. Guess what? I still had to give it to Tanya Harding to use the boot when I moved it over. I don't know. just how it is. It'll be there the rest of my life. Anyway, that's what I got. She's working again. Thanks for watching.